Right when I logged on my PC this morning, I saw a patch, and it was the endgame patch. And as all of us will, I did dive right into the patch notes of 0.3.1. And man, did I get served well. And while browsing through those notes, I remembered a file I had written down at the end of Dawn of the Hunt, which I called Why I Am Having Beef with Maps in PoE2. And that file has been sitting here waiting for a video to be made of it. And now I wonder how many of those points they actually tackled in this patch or even previously. My first point was one death, map gone. I am playing softcore for a reason. I like to YOLO shit, and I have been doing this in every game since I was 9 years old and played Diablo 2 with my uncle. Being able to YOLO things on softcore is part of the fun, and it is completely taken away by dying once and the map is gone. Don't tell me to just get good. I know how to play safe and I can do it, but it is less fun to me. Well, they have fixed this, but just partly. The harder a map is, the less portals and respawns you get, so that point still is true to some extent. The second point in my document is one-shots. PoE2 at that time had a lot of stuff in it that could just one-shot you, no matter what kind of defense you build, and one-shot mechanics, and I think this is something we can all agree on, are very much anti-fun. And paired with a one death per map policy, they were a disaster. And again, this has been fixed partly with more respawn attempts we have, but again, the harder the map is, the less portals and respawns you get. So this point is still true to some extent, but it also has been me not knowing how to build defenses properly. The third part of my document was body blocking, and that has been fixed. Dodge rolling is now a lot better, and a lot of the times you can just dodge roll out of a mob pack. And if you get surrounded like that still, it's mainly a skill issue. Number 4. Previous to this patch, maps told us if they were empty or not. And there's a few things here that bother me about this. Empty maps felt so much worse than they would in PoE1 because in PoE2 you already knew they were empty before you even accessed them. That, on the other hand, means that you would never use a higher tier map here because you would essentially waste them. And that again means you will waste time running low level content just to get to the next map that actually has content. I am not sure if that is a good approach. If this is what GGG intended, we would do, but I do know that I don't like it. It makes running these maps feel absolutely horrible. And on top of that, if you already know there's nothing to find for you, you will leave as soon as you found all rares. And sometimes that's only 3 rares on one map, which means you potentially leave half of a map undiscovered and just move on. And that point has been fixed entirely. All maps now contain map bosses, map areas now generate 1 to 3 extra random content, so that essentially there is no empty maps anymore, and the icons are completely gone. That means we do not know anymore what content to expect other than the things we do with tablets. The next point in my document was tower hunting. I think we can all agree that it felt miserable to juice our maps just by tower hunting over and over and over again. But that's part of the past now. You no longer need towers to use precursor tablets. Instead, tablets can now be placed into the map device and add their bonuses directly to your maps. What towers do still is they can be used to gain visibility on the atlas, and they will also drop an extra precursor tablet as a reward for completing them. So now, when we get one, it's nice, we get a tablet, but it's not necessary to hunt them anymore to juice maps. The next 2 points of my document were missing bosses and visual clutter on the atlas. And both of this has been fixed. We now have map boss in every map. And the visual clutter created by all these icons, they have been just removed. So there's a lot of visual clarity that we gain from this. My next point was layouts. And by layouts, I didn't mean the visuals, I meant the size of the map. Most of the time, you were just walking around and you found areas with just nothing. And I felt like, oh god, GGG, I don't want to take my minions for a walk. I have a dog for that. And luckily, this has been started to be tackled in this patch as well by adjusting map area sizes. So far, I did not map much because of all the points I just listed. Leveling through the acts just was a lot more fun than mapping was. But now that they have improved on a lot of things, it will be a lot more fun, and I am really looking forward to diving into maps way deeper than I did in Dawn of the Hunt. What do you think of this patch? Do you think we are missing important improvements still? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, leave a subscription so we can see each other next time.